Somewhere in the mountainous forests of China, a rare miracle of nature happens and you are born. Right now, you have no aura and no drip. You are so small that your mom probably didn't even feel you popping out. You're just 100 grams or 5 ounces in weight without your distinctive fur, and you can't even tell where you are because you haven't developed your vision yet. You are probably inside a tree hollow or a small, cozy cave your mom chose to give birth to you in safety. Speaking of your mom, she is right beside you, and it is easy to tell that it is her first time raising a kid. She has no experience on how to care for kids, but hey, she's trying her best. She easily weighs over 100 kilograms or 220 pounds, which is 1,000 times more than your weight, and you might hear "Yo mama so fat" joke many times in your life. Over the course of time, you will grow big like her too, but for now, you are small and helpless, and your mom is your only protector in the world because she wanted to be a strong, independent woman who didn't need no man. Your mom is the definition of a cuddle bear, and she keeps you warm by cuddling you 24/7 and doesn't leave the den at all for around 2 weeks. In that time, you slowly start developing your trademark black and white drip, and your eyes that were sealed shut at the time of birth open up. A month has passed, and your body has enough fur to keep you warm. Another month, and now you can finally learn how to crawl. However, you are still not big enough to eat solid food and have to survive on your mother's milk. But you are no longer the tiny baby that got satisfied with a little milk, and to give you enough food each day, your mother has to eat for 4 to 5 hours a day. In that period, you will be left alone in the den, and this is what makes this short period the riskiest time in your life. You are small, helpless, curious, and perhaps a little bit dumb too. Any accident or predator could easily off you, but you are a tough son of a gun and survive through this uncertain time period. Finally, you are old enough to eat what your ancestors have been eating for thousands of years: bamboo. Now here's the problem. You are a member of the bear family, which means you are a natural-born carnivore. And since you are a bit dumb to understand what the problem is, let me make it clear for you. Your digestive system is made to absorb energy after breaking down meat and not bamboo. What is even more stupid is that bamboo isn't really nutritious at all. It is all fiber and almost no protein. That means despite eating a lot of bamboo daily, pandas don't get enough energy to do even basic chores. This is what makes you a lazy vegan for life. Also, bamboo is poisonous if eaten in huge amounts, but you are just a chill guy who can even break down cyanide because he can't be bothered to find another food source. You started eating bamboo at around the 6th or 7th month of your life, but it takes you another couple of months to be weaned from your mother's milk. Now that you are eating a stable diet, you quickly put on weight. By the time you celebrate your first birthday, you will be around 45 kilograms or 100 pounds in weight. Time flies by quickly, and before you know it, you are around 2 years old. Your mom thinks that you are old enough to live on your own now, which means she can finally get a new boyfriend after 2 years of touching grass. So she starts creating a new nest to signal the males that she is ready for mating, and obviously you are not going to stick around to see that. You leave your mom with that and start a life as an independent panda, traveling through the forests in search of more nutritious and delicious bamboo. There are other pandas in the area too, but most of them are loners like you because, as a species, you are really introverted. You navigate around the bamboo forest, learning who controls the regions based on the pea marks found on trees way higher than panda physique should allow. The pea has additional gland secretions mixed in it, and you can tell the age and gender of the panda that left it. You decide to avoid all the places that are already occupied, but that leaves very little space for you to call your own as your habitat and population has shrunk rapidly because of human activities. Luckily, the Chinese government and WWF are working hard to conserve you and your habitat. China, however, does more than just conserve you, it also considers you a cultural resource that can be monetized. So it loans you to other nations and zoos for a hefty price of $1 million per year, and if you give birth to any cubs in another country, they don't get the green card and they belong to China too. Soon you find that the territory markings of one of the pandas in the region have started to fade. Must be the panda diplomacy. For better or worse, you didn't get selected for a 10-year-long overseas trip, and now you have some more territory you can claim. So you quickly get to market. And how do you do that? By doing a handstand and then peeing as high as you can on a tree. It may sound stupid, but if it works, is it really that dumb? So congratulations, you finally have your own area where you can eat and sleep in peace because that is basically what you are going to do with most of your time. You need to eat around 40 pounds of bamboo daily to get enough nutrition for your growing body. You need to be at over 300 pounds when you are 4 years old to be considered a full-grown panda. So you eat for 10 to 16 hours a day just to meet your caloric needs, and you don't get too much energy from that either, so you must sleep for 8 to 12 hours to conserve maximum energy. There isn't much time for anything else, and you need to schedule your skippity toilet breaks while you are eating or even sleeping. You dump out almost the full 40 pounds you ate in small intervals. and you can go to 40 to 100 potty breaks per day. Another couple of years pass by and you are 6 years old now. In panda terms, you, a healthy adult male, are now ready to start a family. For females, that time comes a bit earlier, around 4 years. A female panda will be fertile for only 2 or 3 days in an entire year, and that is the only time she will look for a male. As soon as you smell the markings left by a female who is DTF on a tree, you immediately follow the scent and the moans of the shoddy her base. Well, the female panda is perched on a tree, and you find that you weren't the only guy caught in her thirst trap. You are all here for the same thing, and only one of you can win the right to be the female's baby daddy. So all of you try to prove your dominance. Until this point, you didn't even know that pandas could get violent. You are young and inexperienced, so it is obvious that you would lose to the bigger and older males. You accept defeat quickly, because that giant is not worth sacrificing your life for, and head home like a defeated soldier. In the following year, you eat more to get swole and focus on look maxing to compete with others. So finally, when you get the scent signal of the panda female in heat the next year, you go to the competition geared for victory. This time, you just scare away the other males because you are bigger than them, and congratulations, you finally have your first ever girlfriend. Another problem arises at this point because as a panda, you are not really packing a huge bamboo shaft down there. Luckily, the female understands that you have a good personality and she cooperates with you fully. After spending some time making love to each other and then cuddling for as long as you can, you part ways. That was all the action you're going to get this year, and your girlfriend for just 3 days will give birth to a healthy panda baby in about 3 to 5 months. You don't need to concern yourself with that and live like you have always been living until you are 20, hopefully fathering more than a couple of cubs in your lifetime for the sake of your species and the planet.